Hello guys and welcome back. This module is about masking, okay? And in this lecture, we're going to be learning about masking. We're going to be learning about clipping masking in this lecture, and then in the next lecture, we're going to be taking more advanced type of masking, which is called opacity masking. So for the first one, which we're going to be looking at, which is the clipping masking, it's basically a simple way of revealing parts of a text or an object or a picture using shapes in Adobe Illustrator, okay? Using vector shapes in Adobe Illustrator. And it's a very simple, and it's really a very simple or basic concept. I'm very sure most of you know about it, and we even covered it in our basic course. Okay, so I'm just going to go through it over again. So I'm going to start by creating a new document. So what masking does is it helps to reveal parts of a picture or of an object. So in order to demonstrate, let us come here and go to the projects folder. Okay, and this projects folder, we will go to the fourth folder, which is the masking folder, okay, which has the name masking. Now, just come and import these two images. I'll just choose one of them for now, and then place it. Okay. Now masking enables us to reveal parts of this image. So if I take a shape, okay, and then draw it out on the image like this, and then select the both of them and right click, you'll then see where it says make clipping mask, right? So if you click make clipping mask, you can see that the image is now buried within the shape. Okay, within the shape. So only this part of the image is revealed. And when you double click now, you then see that we can now move the image. We can now move the image, but when we do not double click, when we just click and try to move, we see that the whole mask moves. Okay, so that's it about masking. And when you select the mask, you then see these two icons here appear, and with the name clip group. Okay, now it means that this is now a clipping mask. It's now a clipping group. Okay, and when you come and click here, you'll be able to edit the image. So it means you are going inside the mask to edit it. Okay, so that's how masks work. So we also have what we call compound masks. So let's go ahead and place the second image. So we also have what we call the compound masks, and these masks work as a compound objects, work in compound objects. So let's assume we have this shape here and this shape here and this shape here and this shape here. Here we just have them arranged like this. Maybe this one is bigger. And we want to create a mask using these shapes. We want to create a mask on this image using these shapes. Okay, when we select them and maybe bring them here, and then select everything and right click and make clipping mask, we see that we are not able to do this. Okay, so I'm just going to undo. And in order to do this, just select your shapes, go to objects and go to compound path and then make. So you're making these a compound path. So it means they'll be acting like one. So it means when you select them now, when you select everything now, and you right click and make clipping masks, you then see that you are able to create your clipping mask. Okay? So that's it about clipping masks. Very simple topic. I'm very sure you have experience with this topic because it's a very basic function and every basic user of Adobe Illustrator should know about it. Okay? Now you can even kind of duplicate and you see that we now have the mask here, one of the masks here. That's one of the ones I duplicated, okay? The one I duplicated. So you can just select, hold down Alt and duplicate and kind of bring it here, maybe resize it a bit and go out of the group and you see that we now have the mask here. Okay, so this is just all I have for you regarding clipping masks. Now, we're going to be learning about opacity masks. Okay, so what are opacity masks? They are similar to the clipping masks which we looked at in the previous video, only that they affect the opacity of an object or a shape. Okay, so I'm going to select a common preset here to start. Okay, and how they work is you use an image or an object or a shape to actually generate them. Okay, so I'm just going to explain that in a minute. So I'm going to place a file. Okay, so just come to the projects folder and let's place this first image here. Just draw it on please. Okay, and then come again and import another image. Let's import this one, please. Okay, so what opacity marks do is they use one image to generate a mask around another image, okay, using the opacity channel. So I want to use this image to generate my opacity mask in this example. Okay, so we're going to see the effects we can achieve with this in a short while. So select the image, bring it on top the the other image. Okay, so the mask has to be on top, okay, for this example to work. So bring the mask on top and then select the both of them and come to transparency. Here is transparency. Yeah, this is transparency. So just come to the transparency panel and where you see make mask, you just click make mask and immediately you see what we now have. So now what has happened is Adobe Illustrator has shaded out the part with the dark color. Okay, so just select the guy once more and release. And so I can explain this better, okay? So now I'm just going to duplicate the image here to the right hand side. And when we look at this image, we see that here towards the end, the image is dark, okay? The image is dark. And if you have any experience with masks, maybe you have an experience with Photoshop and you know about opacity masks in Photoshop, you know that black color conceals while the bright color reveals, okay? So it's just like having us change the color of this image to black and white. So let me just try to change it to black and white. So come here and embed the image, okay, and then go to if edit, go to edit colors and convert to grayscale. Good. So now you can understand better. Now this is black and white, and in the principle of masking, the black colors will conceal the image while the bright colors will reveal the image. So the whiter the bright part is, that's this part, the clearer the image will be revealed. Okay? Okay, so we can still select this guy and try to create the mask again, and it's just going to work just like this one. So select the both of them and make masks. Now we see that we now have our image. And one thing we can do is we can actually duplicate our image. Ctrl C, Ctrl F, and you can see that our image is now more visible, right? And one other thing we can do is come and make this the background. So it's possible to make this the background, and we're going to see that our image just fits into the background because we actually used the background to generate the mask, okay? And yeah, so you see, this is what we have. And this kind of style is very popular in the design world, okay? So this is how they come about this kind of retro grungy feel in designs, okay? We can also use the gradient map to generate our opacity maps, or sorry, our opacity masks. Okay, so let's just create this guy now, a shape, and give it a gradient. And this is the gradient, and I'm going to make this 90. And for the black color, I'm going to give it an RGB color, not a grayscale color. And then just going to draw it out like this. Okay, and you know what, I'm just going to reverse the gradient and then place another image. So we're going to place this image right now. Good. So now, oh, we have this. Okay, I'm just going to use my gradient map here to generate the opacity mask. So I'm bringing the gradient to the front and I'm selecting everything and going to transparency and then masks. Now we can see that the image then fits out according to the way the gradient is. Now if I give it the background, maybe give it a white background or black background, whatever color it is, let's see, give it a white background and just send it to the back. We can now see that we have our image feeding into the background, and this is how we can achieve this in Adobe Illustrator. So, and this is used a lot in poster design. It's used a lot in the design world. Okay. And in order to achieve this in Adobe Illustrator, this is how you go about it. Now, we can see that when we bring our image here, it's actually feeding into the background. That's to show you that, yeah, it has affected the opacity. It has used our gradient to actually affect the opacity. And with this, we can maybe select our background and then maybe give it color with this color, and as you can see, we are achieving this kind of uniform or look and the image fitting into the background. So this is how you can achieve this using the opacity masks. Okay, so what you need to do is come to the transparency panel, and then create your opacity mask. Now we can see that we have the image here and we have the mask here, and they are both linked. Okay, they are both linked. So you can actually invert the mask. Okay, so when you invert the mask, you then see that it's inverted, right? You can invert it, so it's inverted, and then you can release it. Okay, with this guy also we can actually invert the mask. Yeah, let me just delete the first the one duplicated. So we can actually invert the mask. You can see what's happening, right? Perfect. Now I'm just going to do more stuff here. I'm just going to place the other mask, which is this one. Okay. Just going to place it here and maybe try to generate the opacity mask with it on more of the images. So this and this drag. Perfect. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just try to make the image appear on top this time so as to see what effect we can come up with. Okay. Um, so select the both of them, and make masks. We can see now the effect we have come up with. Now maybe we can also invert the mask, see the effects we can come up with. This is more of an what we call it, an inverted kind of effect. Okay, but we don't need it like this, and we don't need it like this. So just read this and let's do it the normal way. So arrange center back, select both of them, make masks. So this is what we have achieved. And yeah, that's opacity masks for you. That's all you need to know about opacity masks. So you're gonna try to add this color, see what we did. Perfect. I like what we have, and you can see this grungy effect we've achieved. Okay. So that's opacity masks for you. And with this, we're going to be taking a poster design and giving it a retro grungy feel. Okay, that's retro grungy feel that retro poster designs usually have. We're going to give our poster design that feel, that detailing using the opacity masks, which we've learned in the past video. So all you need to do right now is come and click open and land on your projects folder where you see it grunge vectors, this EPS file. Just click on it and open. Okay, so these are the files we are going to be using to generate our masks. Remember I mentioned that we can generate our masks using either objects or images. In the last video we used images, and I think we used one object also, that's a square shape, and we give it a gradient, right? Yeah, so we can actually use uh, objects. Now these are examples of compound objects because they consist of a lot of vector shapes coming together as one. Okay, so they are a compound shape. So just come to file and place, and then come and select this retro poster here. So all you now need to do is just uh, place your retro poster, and then we are going to now apply the effects. So select this guy. And one thing you have to understand with these retro files or these kinds of files, this kind of vector grunge files, is that they consist of a lot of shapes. If I hit E here or select my direct section, we'll be able to see that we have thousands of anchor points. Okay, we have thousands of them. That's to show you that the work is very detailed. Okay, there's a lot of detailing, and these are vectors. Okay, these are not pixels, these are vectors. So that's to tell you that there is weight in this. Okay, that's why your system might kind of drag while doing this. So just duplicate this guy, hold down Alt, and drag it to the left. Drag it on the poster. Okay, perfect. So the next thing I'll do is I'll select my poster, arrange, and send to back. Okay, and I'll kind of adjust my poster, maybe adjust the size like this. Okay, and then yeah, maybe adjust it again like this. Yeah, and perfect. Next thing I will do is I'm going to create this shape and send it to the back, arrange and send to the back. I'm just going to hit I for my eyedropper tool and select this color here, and kind of just make my my background fits a bit more with the poster. So what next do I need to do? What I need to do is select the guy here, okay, and I'll set the poster design, and then go to my transparency panel and need mask. And it didn't work out well. It's not what we want, so we're just going to release and try to fix the problem here. So the problem is that our mask image here, or our mask shape here, is black. Okay, it's gray rather. We don't want it to be gray, of course, because darker colors conceal, right? Darker colors conceal. So we don't want this color. We just want it to be white, actually. So I forgot to change the color here. So just come and change the color, and then select our image, that's our poster, okay, and finally make mask. Now we see that we have now achieved our retro design, our retro feel, okay. And I want us to do one last thing. Just come here and grab this other guy, so the poster that's holding down shift, okay, and I'm just going to fit it on our design like this and kind of zoom in to arrange it. Okay, so I'm just going to scale it up like this. We can see that it's taking a tool on my computer. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of drag it down like this. Okay, next thing I'm going to select both of them like this and just arrange and send to back so that they all appear behind our main design, right? So finally, I'm just going to select this other one and I'm not going to create a mask with it. All I will just do is give it a color. Okay, so I'll just zoom in, use my eyedropper tool and sample one of these colors here. And then I'm just going to go back to my selection tool and zoom out. Now we can see that we have been able to achieve this retro feel. Okay, and I kind of like what we have so far. I feel like actually changing this color, maybe making it a little bit darker. Okay, maybe just hit I and try to sample this one, and then go back to your selection tool. And what I want to then do is make this color a bit brighter than what we have here, what we have now. So just brighten it up a bit. And okay. Okay, so I feel like making it look even brighter. So I'm just going to select it and try to make it look even brighter. Okay. Sorry, let me make sure I am selecting it. Okay. And then try to make it look even brighter. So we'll be to zoom out, and yeah, I like what we have so far. So what I would then do is select my own design and come to edit and copy. And what I want to do is I want to create a new file and paste our design there, okay, so that I can kind of scale it up, because right now it's on a very little size. So come here and I can now close this file and no, don't save. And now I can just Control V to paste our design. Just scale up our design. So scale up our design gradually. Okay, it might take some time because of course they are vectors and we're dealing with a lot of things here. So they might take some time to scale up, but you can eventually scale up the design. And then finally I think I will just use my artboard tool and just kind of fit the artboard to my design. Now we can zoom out and our design is done. So just come to File and export as. So come here, we can see it as retro poster done. Okay, and yeah, now we can save it. Where is our file? Yeah, our file should be here. So now when I click and open, we then see that this is what we were able to create. This is the original. This is the one we came up with. Okay, so that's how you create the retro grungy feel on your designs. And with this, we've come to the end of our lecture. See you in the next one.